OpenAI has unveiled its new Strawberry AI language model. Starberry.
We were just,
I thought it was Strawberry.
Oh wait,
for
no,
days.
it is Strawberry.
Oh, it's Starberry in the dock.
Why do our notes say Starberry?
Yeah, I thought it was Strawberry.
Gosh darn it, notes. Okay, well that's fine.
Handyman is saying it is.
Starberry 01.
I think he means
Strawberry 01.
I think he means that it's.
Look, if you want real news, go watch a different show. This is just us talking.
I do have some cool stuff to show for this, but yeah. Okay, so Strawberry, I guess it is the same thing. Thank you, Handyman. I believe Handyman. They unveiled their new Strawberry AI language model, which the company says has significantly improved reasoning and problem-solving abilities. The new model's official name is OpenAI 01. With initial versions available now, which are O1 Preview and O1 Mini, OpenAI says that O1 Preview outdoes GPT-4o in competitive programming, mathematics, and scientific reasoning. Users, however, say that this improvement is far from global and comes with significant delay due to the multi-step processing occurring behind the scenes before answering a query. And
so we're just adding more power.
Before we move on to other This Week in AI topics, I want to go over some of the things that I did.
Oh. Luke did a thing.
So, one of the examples that they had was how many E's are in the word strawberry, which is, I think, why, how many R's? How many R's are E's or R's? Yeah, R's, I did E's because I wanted to switch it up.
How many R's?
So, how many R's are in strawberry?
Hold on, is this a trick question? 3?
No, it used to say 2.
It used to say 2.
So, previous models would say 2 because it couldn't, count very well. It didn't have it couldn't deconstruct problems, things like that.
Okay.
So I dumped
do you mind zooming a little?
Don't want to show you all that. Anyways, I already did. That's fine. We're doing some stuff with OVH. It's going to be cool. I copied some text that I had and had it count the amount of E's that were in it. And it did it. And then I was like, I don't want to verify that. So I made a smaller amount and then asked it to count that. And then I did verify it and they were correct. So it can count that properly now, which is cool.
Okay, I didn't know that was hard.
That was not super easy. And then I looked up a calculus question, a fairly basic one as far as my understanding goes, and I compared its answer to what the internet said, and it sounded like it was pretty correct. Ignore this part.
Do you mind zooming a little?
On the calculus question?
Yeah, just in general. Do you mind zooming a little?
No, it's not.
Control plus. Okay.
But yeah, it's interesting. It came to the same final conclusion that I found in answer banks on the internet, which was interesting. And then this is a question that I had shown on WAN Show before that it couldn't answer, which was this New York Times game with the rules of the game. And then can it do it, basically, right?
Oh, it totally did.
So that was wrong.
Oh, it was?
Because I was trying to see... So the O1 preview, you can't do attachments. So I was trying to see if I switch to a previous model, like GPT-4o, and do an attachment, can I then switch to O1 preview and make it read the attachment? Yeah. The answer is no. It no longer allows you to switch the second that you have an attachment. But I just fed it the information this way instead of inserting a picture. So I just laid it out for it, basically.
Yeah.
It took 62 seconds, but it was not wrong. It won the game.
Wow.
Instantly. Well, in 62 seconds. Yeah. I then kind of realized,
works instantly 62 seconds of the time.
I mean more like the first time it tried. But yeah. So the challenge here, I don't think I even told it. Okay, I didn't actually ask it to do it in 6 words.
Yes, Christopher, we do.
I didn't ask it to do it in 6 words, but the goal this time was to do it in 6 words. Sometimes they'll be like, try to do it in 4 words or whatever. Yeah. And when I play with Emma, usually we try to beat the amount that it asks you to beat it in. Yeah. So if it says 6 words, we'll try to do it in 4 words or whatever else. So I then asked it, after it did it right away the first time, I said, can you do it in as few words as possible? Because that's not in the rules, so it wasn't aiming to necessarily do it in as few words as possible. And then we went way off the rails. This was rough. After Y, we need a word starting with K. So we can consider the last letter of koi as K by rearranging the sequence slightly, which is not a thing at all. Additionally, alternatively, we can add a bridging word if necessary, which is necessary, and then it just didn't do it and decided the last letter of koi was K.
Which is a really different misspelled word.
Sort of not how that works.
Yeah.
So I tried to work with it, and then it ended up answering, but it answered like sort of multiple times in one answer, and also the final one was actually 8 words, and it was like, congratulations, you won using 8 words. And I was like, that's worse than 6. So yeah, I don't know. It's not a silver bullet, and in classic OpenAI fashion, they're being a little closed about how it works.
Nice. But
it is interesting. You can see it sort of think. Like throw a question at me, and I'll show you how it in quotes thinks, because this part's actually important.
Sorry, what do you want? You want a question?
Throw something at me to throw it at.
What's better, a zip-up hoodie or a pullover?
Sure, why not?
I don't know. Like, you're putting me on the spot here. I don't know if that's a smart question.
It's not. But let's see. So when it does this whole thinking thing, we'll see if it actually has to think. Yeah, okay. So we can see what it does.
Evaluating hoodie types.
Yeah, cool. It's very neutral, very good. But you can see the steps that it took.
Noticing convenience and style. Offer adjustable designs and casual aesthetics, while pullover hoodies excel in warmth and simplicity.
And I wanted to dive more into it. I wanted to try to play chess against it to see its spatial reasoning,
Sure.
but I didn't have time. But I was chatting back and forth with Wendell about this for a second. These are odd. These are weird.
Oh, yeah?
Noticing convenience and style. Did it notice that? Did that happen? They're very humanized ways of doing this.
Right, but is it actually different from what it was doing before?
It's, I feel like they're trying to make it more approachable and friendly by humanizing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I like that. And I wonder if this is part of the contention that has led to certain people leaving OpenAI. Because this is like genuinely kind of weird. I think they just generate random text to it.
Because like this is all factors that would have had to be considered by any other previous model anyway. So if the only difference is that, like, and how do they prove that this has anything to do with the actual model training anyway? Like, why would OpenAI be motivated to show us any part of the narrowing down and categorization that helped it to understand my two comparatives here?
Well, originally they were supposed to be open, and now they're like the least open version. So I think that's why they would show us. But I think, in my opinion, the reason why they're showing these steps is they're trying to justify the time taken, that does make sense. This is why it's taking time. Because it's not blitzing towards one answer. It's trying to compartmentalize the question that you asked and then solve each section individually and then bring an answer to you. To deal, that's like the whole reasoning steps and stuff. I haven't done enough research on how this works yet. This broke yesterday. I've had no time, but it's definitely interesting. It is worse than old models at certain things. Some people have called that like an overthinking problem, where sometimes the solution is like easier than it tries to make it, and by, in quotes again, overthinking. It causes some problems here and there, but yeah, they don't show it actually. It's faking. They hide it for competition. Yeah. Okay. Like I was saying, they're very strongly humanizing what it's doing. It's not exactly what's happening. That's fairly obvious. It doesn't work that way. It's not noticing anything. Yeah.
But then wasn't it kind of already like friendly?
Yeah,
I don't really
but
see the difference.
by doing that drop down, it feels like you're trying to look behind the curtain.
I see.
And there's another curtain. And I don't think, like, in the same way that people used to argue with me before it was able to look on the internet, they're like, no, it is looking on the internet. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
People aren't going to get this.
I see.
And I don't necessarily think that's good, you know?